bars are really about the people.
This is why it's great, and this is why we believe in it.
Share the bear.
2 bears, 1 more! Let's go!
Where are we going from here?
3 or 4. Okay.
I don't know. Christ, I don't know.
Are we going?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
So you guys both worked in both live venues.
Oh,
It was Rick.
story.
Oh, Rick.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, the thing I was going to
sorry.
quickly say.
More violent. I
Just I think it's
forgot.
funny because it ties into Tony and violence and how he's the most violent man.
This is like crazy to me because Tony is like, I don't know this Tony. I know that I was a violent man once, but like, I don't know this Tony. So this is very shocking to me.
Yeah, and this was like 3 years ago, maybe.
That's not even that long ago.
Yeah.
Are you talking about when I beat up the homeless guy?
No.
So when you were 20.
No, but now you are. So, no, it's
Were you part of the group? Of
No, no. I actually beat up a homeless guy, and then I let him live.
all I was going to say.
And then you let him live with you, Batman?
Quickly, all I was going to say was I was sitting on this ferry road on Manchester out here. I was sitting in a parked car with a friend, and we were like just like sitting in the car talking. And you were walking down Manchester, and we were like, "Hey, is that Tony? Yeah, that's Tony." And you didn't see us, but I saw you, and I like leaned out of the car, and I just went like, "Hey, dipshit, where you going?" Like being like, you know, like friendly, like how you'd yell at a friend. And instantly, Tony just went, "Motherfucker," and started beelined across Manchester straight at me.
Brass
Fucking
knuckles. He's got a chain.
pissed. And as he's coming towards me, I just go,
New York
"Tony,
Dolls
it's Rick,
t-shirt."
Tony, it's Rick. Tony, it's Rick.
Yeah.
And even when he came up to me, he smashed me in the fucking car door.
Full
He's like,
smash.
He's like, I was gonna kill you. I was gonna kill everybody you were with. I didn't know who you were, but you were talking shit and you were all fucking dead. I was like, all right, man.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
have a seat. Good to see you. This
Might I
man's a
recommend
lunatic.
masturbation?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if we'll produce this podcast anymore.
Oh, when I get mad, you tell when I get mad.
What the hell? That's not what I tried to teach.
That's
you,
my
man.
side note to when you're like, oh, a lot of these stories are about violence. Like,
Well, all of
this
them.
man's a lunatic.
I didn't know that. I mean, I was.
It's actually
You guys don't know, but yeah, I didn't get that out of him.
It's actually fun
very-
because after I run a bar,
Yeah, we're cool.
after I run a bar for a while, people will be like, "Oh, you know Tony? Like Tony's like the nicest guy ever." And then that's when they're like, "That's how we know that he's not really your friend."
Noted.
It's not that. It's just
Yeah, no, it's cool.
When-
Word is fucking professional.
when
I don't even care.
like something, I fucking it's like I tolerate enough
Tolerate.
shit,
Now he
and-
tolerates me.
And then
This is about to be one bear, one bar. I swear to Christ.
oh my god,
Context, I just said no. I thought he was gonna kill him.
yeah,
And
I
it
was
was all respect, too, so
fucking
I-
lost my mind.
I've never seen.
I was driving too,
Yeah,
and
do
I
the
was
man
like,
dance.
I
Let's do
stopped
it.
to fucking be like, "Motherfucker, listen."
Yeah,
to
we
me."
know. Like basically 30% of your text, we know you're driving. We get it. We'll wait.
It's cool.
Tony's like,
man.
I'm driving.
Hey,
It's
We
just
know.
like
it's okay.
We know.
Do you need a hug?
I have a vision.
Do you need
I have
a
a
hug?
thing, and
Do you-
like
I
when
think he
people
needs a
interrupt
hug.
it,
He needs a malort.
like there's a prism that exists, and like when it's interrupted, like
It was just great. I mean,
You beat up a homeless guy.
there are a few times I've seen a human being like storm towards me like they were in war. That was one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe the only time I saw a friend do that. It was
Yeah, sorry.
it was quite a sight.
Did you pee?
so there
Give
was
yourself
a night.
No, but I was scared enough to go, Tony, it's Rick, Tony, it's Rick, and
Yeah,
hide
yeah,
behind
yeah,
a car
yeah.
door that I then got.
I've got a
crushed.
podcast.
Was I drunk?
Probably.
Well, you know, what are the odds?
There was a night where I was like leaving Atomic. I was like off work, and that fucking homeless guy. We've all had problems with him. I forget his name.
Joel.
There are.
Joel.
Was it Joel, white guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said some shit to Sam while she was trying to go into work. And I was just like, man, like I just told him to fuck off and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
he said this shit and he goes, you know, like, what are you really going to do about Fat Boy? And I was just like, all right. And I just slow walked to him. Like I wasn't running after him or anything. I just kept walking towards him. And Ryan Sears caught me. So I slow walked him all the way up to fucking Ready Room. And then he finally tried to punch me. And I grabbed him. I threw him on the ground. And like I slapped him a couple times. Like I was like still like not that pissed off, but I was like, I can beat you. Like let's not make this more than what it is. And then he grabs a bottle and tries to hit me with it. And I threw him on the ground and I smashed the bottle next to his fucking head. And then I just grabbed him and just like
He laughs like a lunatic. As he Jesus.
I just pretended he was a bag of ice for like 5 minutes.
So like,
But I walked into Ready Room and you saw me and I was like, it's not my blood. And you're like, let's do a shot.
Yeah.
I think those sentences. No, that's a perfect marriage of sentences. It's not my blood.
Horrifying.
Let's do a shot. Love it.
And then the story is we did a shot like it was any other day.
I cleaned up.
Meanwhile, some guy's going through at least a couple therapists. It's
Oh, no.
He did get the fuck out of town. So
Yeah.
as one would.
Good,
Uh,
good for you.
I mean,
like-
that's
That's what we had to do, you know?
down Italia.
welcome back to the Violence Podcast.
All violence. All
All right. So, what's everybody's favorite dinosaur? What's
I like the guy. With
what's
the little
what's
I like on the Pegalotaurus.
I didn't
My
know
favorite
you.
dinosaur is Wilson.
I didn't know.
Hey,
I didn't even know
you
you
have
guys
that
could
little-
read.
that thing spit acid when you get upset.
The lap. Oh,
So Wilson wanted to talk about what we're listening to now.
Yeah.
But actually, the interesting thing is, you're into like this little weird redhead.
Huh? I'm in a weird redhead.
No, you're into this weird redhead. who does, like, prose.
No. You're talking about Billy No Mates. I can't think of the woman's real name, but Billy No Mates is basically an English phrase for butterface. But Billy No Mates is fucking amazing. She's got it's a little tiny girl doing the most punk stuff you've heard in a while.
It's like
You shouldn't be listening to that.
Yeah, you should.
You shouldn't be listening to that.
Have
It's
you heard it?
inappropriate.
Have you heard it?
it's
not that-
inappropriate.
No, I
It's
just
like
mean
listening to
you shouldn't be
tattoo.
listening
She's
to it.
not that young.
I feel like it's criminal.
she's not that young. She's like
No.
She's probably like
she's
28.
the real deal. She's the real deal. She's
anyway.
She's
Billy
the
No
real
Mates.
deal.
Listen to Billy No Mates.
Yeah.
They have a song called Hippie Elite where it's like, hug a tree for me, hug a tree for me. If I could only quit my job and join the hippie elite. You know, it's like, fuck you. I agree with what you're doing, but I've got to fucking put food on the table.
You gotta live.
That's what the song's
Yeah.
about, or that's what you're saying?
That's what the song's about. Whatever.
But the funny thing is,
What do you guys
like
listen to?
you mentioned it. Well, you mentioned it, and I like watched it, and I was like, if this was not an attractive redheaded woman,
Oh, she's just a young, attractive British woman. Yeah.
you would fucking shit all over that.
It's all about the music. For real.
If I was doing that, you'd be like, Tony, man, like, let's do some metal again, huh? Like, I'm serious.
The way that you said young multiple times. It's a little
He's
off-putting.
young.
No. Rewind the tape. You said young
No.
multiple times.
No.
No one
Ooh,
else said
can
young.
you do like the Max Headroom effect with this? It's like
I've
you
gone-
get young.
I've gone backwards. So now, about a year ago, I got really into Stooges again.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like MC5 and Stooges, and then like I actually went through Bowie, but then like
Okay. He's listening to some music that already happened.
no, I mean there's nothing really that interesting to me now. You know,
All music
Viagra
already
Boys?
happened,
Viagra Boys?
technically.
Kamasi Washington, who's just like a jazz guy that's fucking a champ, and he makes some of the most aggressive jazz
Yeah.
that I've heard in a long time, and that guy's amazing. But I don't like a lot of the new metal bands. To me, just sound fucking stale. It doesn't like, you know.
Well, metal went through that period of.
That's actually like one of the refreshing things. Like it's kind of interesting, knowing Rick, and
He was in one of the
yeah, and actually like
best bands in
yeah,
town.
and actually, like,
God,
you know,
fucking
like-
sakes, let's fucking recognize that shit.
Thanks,
Well,
Wilson.
Because your shit is fucking
I
great,
know,
man.
You're making me uncomfortable, but thank you.
I like so much.
You're
pump the
always making me
brakes,
uncomfortable.
pump the brakes.
Okay.
But it's like it's a band that like I was even there at the very beginning. I did a band practice, but
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right.
you're just like I like it when you do this. And I was just playing car crashes on my keyboard.
Yeah, I was like, I want to add synths, and you were doing like weird stuff, and I was like, I don't want to do that exactly.
And I didn't know what to do,
Yeah.
you know, and it was
That's fine.
a weird thing. And
And almost 10 years later, I figured out how to add
How to
synths
add
in a different way.
synths.
But
Good
yeah,
job.
yeah, and like we just never understood it. And actually, like that was like a good question because like you had Lion's Daughter, and you know, like it was pretty much what would you call it? A doom band or a sludge band or
When Like at first?
before you introduced synths and stuff like that?
Well, at first, like especially the period that you knew about,
It's
it was
good
just
for
like
bumpers.
it's just like we love Neurosis. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
sound like Neurosis.
Yeah, it was like Neurosis
And then
worship
it was also
fun
like,
band.
but black metal's cool, so let's do Neurosis doing black metal, and it was that for a long time. So black metal, doom, and sludge got thrown around a lot, and I don't feel like we were any of those things exactly, but I don't know, something like that along those lines.
Right. And but then there was that part, and I'm sorry, I don't remember names very well. But that
Rick.
album,
Mine's
the album,
Rick.
yeah, no, the
Wilson.
album,
Wilson.
the album that
It
was like,
was Wilson.
Rick.
the album that was
Brian.
like, this is the sound that Lion's Daughter is now.
Future
Joe?
Cult.
Future
the
Cult.
last
That's
record.
right. That's right. That's right. Which is like the artwork's great, and fucking killer on using him for the artwork again too.
Well,
'cause-
talk about the artist that gave you that thing, because I mean that's
Yeah, so that's Mothmeister. It's actually not
It's a
even
collective.
a him. It's a couple.
yeah.
I
I don't
didn't
know.
know.
I don't know if they want to be known as a couple, but they're a couple from Belgium, and yeah, they collect taxidermy and weird costumes. And one of them's a photographer, the other acts as a model. They find these weird locations, and they do these setups that are just fucking
Yeah,
gorgeous.
amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, stumbling upon their stuff. I contacted them and was like, hey, can we license these images? And I'm like, maybe send us music. And I sent them the music. They're like, yeah, cool, this fits. And so we did a whole layout with them. And so actually for the new record, I don't know if you've seen it or not. I guess you wouldn't
I've seen it.
because it's not out. Well, the cover and the
one
insert
with
stuff.
Rosary beads across the mouth.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's Mothmeister as well.
yeah, I knew that.
And it was cool because this time we got to actually like collaborate with them instead of just being like, hey, you have these images already. Let's like
Right.
license these. I got to work with them directly on like a new concept and a new project and multiple new photo shoots, and fucking awesome.
So-
yeah, their stuff's amazing.
Was there like an aha moment when like you realized like, okay, this is the sound that Lion's Daughter is going for now? Like, or like,
There was, yeah. For the last record, absolutely. That image that's on the cover of Future Cult, I saw that before we wrote anything for that record. I saw that in like a random art magazine
right.
and was like, that's the thing. And I was looking through all kinds of art magazine, all kinds of different blogs, all kinds of things
You go, girl.
to find
What?
some specific, I don't know, vibe or mood or something to inspire me. And it was that image where I was like, oh shit, okay, if that was an album cover, I want to know what that record sounds like. It doesn't exist, so I'm going to write it.
Yeah, but so that was the sound. So it was the art proliferated the sound.
Yeah, the art came first.
Yeah.
The art
'Cause-
already existed. That
well-
was an image of theirs that was like existed like 5 years
So that-
prior to the record.
So like I was always curious because hearing it and obviously knowing you, like we lived together for 2 years and we've known each other forever. But you know, like
Oh, you guys have a history.
yeah.
Not a history.
That's we all have history.
And we used to bang Wilson together. It was great.
Oh,
I mean,
Never been gaped that far before. But go on, boy.
just as violent in the bedroom as he is on the streets.
Violent gape.
only when Wilson wouldn't listen. But
What's the safe word? There is no safe
Talking
word.
about how awesome Rick's band
hang
is.
on, just stop.
We're trying to talk about
Wilson.
band.
Um,
And I
But like, there's obviously like influences that like you and I both listen to, and so like you know, like obviously the Goblin influence is a huge thing. But I was a huge nerd for Zombie. First time I saw Zombie was at Mike Frasilla's fucking basement, like the Cine Nominee dude. So I mean, like, I followed Zombie
That's cool.
from
Yeah.
a long fucking time,
Yeah.
and just you know, and actually, me being a dummy, I got into Zombie, and then that made me get into Goblin because I had to figure out where that came from.
Nobody knows about. On next.
Wait, this is a
No one
band?
knows who the
I thought
fuck
we
Goblin
In
is?
the bar.
were talking about horror
Nobody knows
movies.
about these
No one's
bands.
ever heard of Suspiria?
I think no.
Fucking Return of the Dead?
I'm sorry that's not
Yeah.
the Viagra Boys.
Oh,
I've seen Evil Dead
They're
too.
so good. They're so good. Just listen to them. They have the worst band name, but they're so good.
That is a terrible band name.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I had a friend of mine just showed me them the other day. And I was like, I just always thought they were stupid because the name is like,
No, and 20 years ago, I know there was Toilet Boys.
Yeah.
Of course there was.
Maybe they were great. Their
Kevin,
name.
was it like Garbage Pail Kids? I don't.
They're from Sweden.
A lot of people have heard of Goblin and Zombie. A lot of people have.
I know.
Like, have you ever seen the movie Dawn of the Dead? You've heard of Goblin. Fucking tracksuit. Fucking.
But
My lord.
I didn't know if it was like a, you know, and we're also both fans of horror movies too. So I didn't know if it was like a, let's bring like two things I really love and I know a lot about and like slam them together. Or if it was like, I mean, that's interesting that you saw an image and was like, I want to make this sound.
Yeah. It was definitely. I think I don't know how most bands make stuff, but it was definitely just I don't know if I'm like all right, it's time to make a record. I just want to take elements of all the things that I like and smash them together.
Yeah. Well, you're super inspirational as far as like, I mean, like from someone that came from like, you take your instrument home, fucking practice it like 3 hours a day, and like, you know, I came from like the super technical side of things, and then like
You got Scott
hanging out with you, and it was just like. I write when I want to write, and like, but like you actually waited for like, to me, this is just the outside looking in, but like, it's like you would wait for like some sort of inspiration. You would actually write, you know?
Oh, totally. And the thing that's kind of insane is, as I said that I was playing guitars with Aaron, who I hope will join our band and play second guitar. It's funny because sitting down, I'm like, dude, listen, I actually don't know how to play guitar.
Right.
But here's what I came up with. And I also don't know how to play synthesizers, but that's the stuff I came up with. I also don't know how to do any kind of vocals, but that's what I came up with. I think sometimes that leads to the best stuff is if you have someone that kind of doesn't have any idea what they're doing, just kind of pulling things out of their ass. It can be interesting.
Yeah. Well, you go by feel more than you do by structure, you know? And I mean, that's always been the best thing, you know, like Big Destroyer is one of my favorite bands. And the biggest thing for me is the way the vocals work on it. Mm-hmm. And it's not worried about like, he hears that whole like track and he knows what's appropriate. And like, whenever he's singing, it's because it's purposeful. It's not like I have something to say and I want to say this. Like, this is what the sound needs right now.
And how often do you have like a grind or death band that the focus is the vocalist? Almost never. But in Pig Destroyer, like his vocals and those lyrics are the focus of the fuck because they're so good.
Yeah,
they're fucking bananas.
They're so good that he gets to get away with explosions explode. Yeah. You just like give him a pass because everything else that's happening is so fucking awesome.
Yeah. I was actually stoked when we played some shows with Big Destroyer. That
no, Wilson, there's no indoor smoking, my man. And I don't. He's Wilson's gonna take a break. Don't. He'll be right back. He's just gotta work it out.
Oh fuck!
It's like he finally read my mind and knew what I wish he would do.
This is when he comes back and we put the squeeze on.
All right. So that time that Wilson blew up a school bus full of kids.
Wilson's not locked out. He just pulled in the wrong door.
Go get him.
I guess
this is better for everyone.
So what did you use for scents then? Because
for what?
I never even asked you this, and this is one thing I always wondered about. What did you use for a scent? Are you using Appleton or
no? Like multiple scents. I bought.
So when you guys play live, like what are you guys playing to a track then, or
we had in the past? Yes. Going forward, I don't know if we will or not. But yeah, that's the way that we figured out to do it.
That's great.
Yeah. So with introducing that stuff, I just fucking zombie.
He's getting lost.
Was that one of the bands you guys were talking about?
The giggle farts.
No, getting into it, I bought some old. I asked some friends that knew synth stuff and asked them like, dude, what should I get?
You got a Moog, right?
God, you got to talk to K-Lab, boy.
Got what?
You got to talk to K-Lab.
Did you get a Moog?
A Moog? Yeah. Yeah, I have which Moog? I have a Sub 37. I don't know if that means something to somebody, but that's the Moog that I bought.
Rad. Yeah.
And it sounds fucking killer. Yeah, it's really good. And then I had like an old Roland JCM 8000. No, that's an amp. JC. I don't know. I have a bunch of different shit.
That's like the Roland synth. It's like an analog synthesizer, right?
Yeah.
But it's not really analog. It's like,
I think it's actually analog. I also don't know if the used one that I got, because I think they're from like 90 or 91.
Yeah.
The one I got is maybe broken, or I just don't know how to use it. But I figured out how to get the certain right weird sounds out of it. And then for the new record, I bought a sequential, which John Carpenter uses a lot. So that sequential I used mostly on this, and it actually has more kind of natural sound. They're not as like aggressive.
yeah, there's less
synthesizer
attack
sounding.
on it, and it feels like a more warm kind of.
Yeah, which is cool because then if you blend those with like guitars and stuff, you can kind of do more like a Faith No More vibe, sort of, where you have more natural like synth keyboard
sounds kind of blend together, and so it's a more orchestral like vibe than it is just.
It's fun. It's fun to make music.
When's that record come out again?
April 9th on Season Mist.
Fucking right.
Get it now.
Season Mist was a big fucking deal.
Buy the vinyl.
Sure.
Pre-order the vinyl.
Yeah.
Or legit.
That's great. I have to remember always that we're super, super lucky to work with like a fucking severely legit label.
Yeah.
That puts like a lot of work and a lot of money into me wanting to jack off on different synthesizers and make up dumb songs. It's pretty fun.
OnlyFans. You can dual income. It's got to make at one point we're going to get sponsored by OnlyFans. There will not be one episode we don't bring it up.
We'll start putting the podcast.
Phil brought it up last episode. I thought that was funny.
Start putting the podcast on OnlyFans.
I mean, that's the way to go.
It'll just be YouTube shirts.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, no.
No, Wilson, put your jumpsuit back on.
God damn, I was gonna fucking be naked for you.
We know. We know. We believe you.
Yeah. Also, speaking of bartending, though, Cabin Bar was a great time.
Yeah.
What bar?
Cabin Bar wasn't what it was called? The bar that you worked at
City
Museum?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that. That's a long time ago.
Remember the New Year's party we had?
Yes.
My bro Joe. We shared a birthday.
G.I. Joe.
I smoked weed going down the slide at midnight.
No, but Joe.
On purpose?
Joe
Like
runs
on
the
at
Cabin Bar.
midnight?
Joe
Yeah,
runs the Cabin Bar. Pablo, you have to bring up Pablo.
What?
Pablo for owning every bar in town. All right, whatever.
Now you see, now you lost them and now you're in trouble.
Exactly.
Now you.
Will you tell Rick about
No, man, don't make him tell me about
That
it.
time you got distracted on a podcast.
Let's tell the training process.
Wilson, you can't say tranny anymore, dude.
I'm sorry.
What?
he said training, didn't he?
Person.
No, he said tranny.
Oh, the tranny that stabbed you?
Oh,
Yeah, you can't say tranny anymore.
You can't say tranny anymore?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure you can't say
I
tranny
mean,
anymore.
I think
I feel like tranny's okay if it's
No, I don't think you can say
The
tranny.
transsexual. The trans.
Yeah,
I think you can say transsexual. You definitely can't say tranny.
it does have
we're
negative.
gonna find out in 2 weeks.
I don't know. What do you mean we're gonna find out in 2 weeks?
Because all right.
Welcome to Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. No, it's
I got this one on my 40th birthday for falling down the stairs of Lemons.
Was that Wacky Wednesday? Wacky
No,
Wilson?
I used to have you talking about my movie night?
Yeah.
Wacky Wilson's weird Wednesday night movies every Tuesday night.
where is this at? What bar? Or was it just at your house?
Oh,
It was at
Lemons. It was Lemons.
Oh, Lemons, gotcha. What kind of movies would you show?
A lot of rape revenge movies.
Fucking Repo Man.
I'll say Repo Man was what I was. Yeah.
You're the reason why I've ever seen Forbidden Zone.
Yeah,
but like,
Forbidden
as someone who
Zone,
loves,
the greatest movie in the world.
yeah, as someone who loves Danny Elfman, it meant
Danny
a lot.
Elfman, Richard
later on.
Elfman's brother directed that movie, and yeah,
Which actually, you guys were talking about Oingo Boingo.
it's still.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
He's also
the
Jack
movie
Skellington, which is hilarious to me.
No, well, the thing is Danny Elfman does music for every Tim Burton movie,
Yeah.
so it only makes
Yeah, and
sense.
I knew him as like a score writer and stuff.
But
'cause
he
he
was
did
the singer.
Batman. He did.
No. He was the
The
singer for
first
Oingo
movie-
Boingo. He was like,
I'm
in a-
aware of that.
Yeah. So like he sang before.
I know
he ever
some stuff.
wrote
I don't know who
scores.
Zombie is, but I know
for
who
movies and
fucking
shit
Danny
like
Elfman is.
But I got to play a band. I played a show at the Knitting Factory in Hollywood, and we opened up for an Oingo Boingo cover band, and the
Nice.
drummer
Nice.
was the actual drummer from Oingo Boingo.
Holy
The
shit!
missing night
It was fucking rad.
Did he still have his hair shaved with that little?
That was also the same week I met fucking Bill and Mike Patton.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's cool.
It was a crazy week.
That's cool. Yeah.
Wait.
He actually knows you. Like
When Mike
I don't
Patton
think you
knows him?
remember me now,
Oh, yeah.
but not Mike. But I mean, I know Mike Patton wouldn't remember me, but Bill
Good lord.
Gold.
Golden. Yeah.
How he said.
Good guys, super nice guy.
Hey, rules.
Yeah.
I've had to stop myself from telling the Bill Gold story because I feel like I tell it constantly.
This
and
is like a
and
great time to
over
tell
and
it.
over and over and over and over.
Tell it.
Well, so I definitely don't want to tell it here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You should tell Rick about
Well, don't. Yeah. What? I mean, am I going to regret asking?
Well,
Like, am I going to regret
how much
pushing
you
this
shots
story?
did Johnny Walker Blue at
I was at the first 4 years it was open. You had baseball fans who had already had 13 beers coming into the bar, along with people that were there for the club night. And it was a nightmare.
Did you have some DJs?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
This was that place that I saw you at where you were
CDJs,
security.
baby.
And I pulled my knife on you, and you're like, "Dude, don't do that here."
oh yeah
360? Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
okay.
Probably.
I just remember I was like, "Fuck you, Wilson." I pulled my knife, and you're like, "Dude, don't do that. Don't do that." Like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
You have an earpiece, so I guess it's serious. Okay.
It's
the
funny.
little
It's like a drunken fish. The managers, they got the little earpiece.
Yeah, the little-
I've
Agent Smith
literally
piece.
been a cop
You got a
for
12
chaos my entire life. It's like, hey, you're the cop for chaos. Why don't you try to figure out what's going on here while Rick's pulling it off on you?
I didn't do anything to you there.
You're, well, I'm just saying, anywhere I've ever worked.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
cop for chaos.
Sounds like a good band name from what I've heard. Constable Chaos with those chops, though.
Fuck the police.
Can
Can I say that here?
I mean, it's not going to help your job, probably.
Doesn't feel like that's edgy material, but sure. Feels sad.
You also called yourself a
already
cop.
said it before. I have that. Yeah, I've got that
Constable
tape at home.
Wilson.
That cop killer tape.
Copywritten.
Body count, motherfucker. I'm just saying. Man. And now for a break.
Were you telling a story?
Thanks for our
Yeah,
sponsor.
you were supposed.
Yeah, the mic's on you, buddy. Hot mic.
Maybe this backfired.
It is.
You were telling a story.
He doesn't.
No, you were talking about-
Story's over.
The guy. The story you told me about the guy that asked for.
Oh, the time I got shanked by the trainee prostitute?
Oh yeah, you
Was that-
can't say tranny. I don't think you can't say tranny.
I think if you finish it with prostitute.
I've got a scar. How long is that? How long would you say that was?
Yeah, she opened up your arm.
It's
Like,
about 3 inches, buddy.
It's good. 5.
It's soft.
I mean,
You're
that's.
saying-
I mean,
you're
I'm
just
saying,
saying it's
yeah. This
soft.
feels like a familiar discussion. I'm sure.
So you got shanked by
The owner of
What
the
you do to
bar-
instigate
the
here?
owner of the
Prostitute.
bar of Greek
I
Girl.
feel like you were the instigator.
I was in the bar working it.
creepy.
Dapper Dan's. Josie, the daughter of the woman that worked at the bar next door, was in the bar with me.
You're on the radio, dude.
Hey, will you
Speed
do
it
me a
up.
favor? There's some beers right over here. We grab like 2 of them. What do you need? There's
I can get them.
just any four hands tall boys.
I can get. We're just gonna keep rolling.
He's just watching.
Yeah, now you're a
Don't
bartender.
stop
It's World Bartender Day, so now Oliver's.
You should really
lumped in
tell
there.
Rick about.
Two girls come.
So
to the bar.
Josie,
Two girls
she's a
come-
daughter
two
from the
girls
girl
come to
next
the bar.
door.
They say, "Hey, is Bob here? Is Bob here?"
Robert.
Like, Bob. Bob.
Forsythe.
What?
Yep.
No, he's not. We're gonna get some drinks. I was like, okay, you want to buy some drinks?
Is this like
We're going to
a
the
we know the
bathroom
owner
first.
situation?
They go into the bathroom. A half an hour later, I smell some sort of chemical burning coming out of the bathroom. Whether it was crack, PCP, I don't know.
You guys need beer?
Yeah. I'm halfway through my story.
I knew a story.
God damn it. So I'm like,
This is
what
the most
hell
free.
are
This,
these
this,
gals
this,
doing?
this,
Hey,
this episode's
Josie,
very free.
Josie,
form. Yeah.
the person that works at Dapper Dan's next door, I was like, hey, Josie, what's going on? I was like, what are those gals doing back there? I don't know. I smell some sort of chemical burning coming out of the room, whether it was crack, PCP, I don't know. I just go back to the back of the room. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They come out of the bathroom and are like, light my cigarette with this fake lighter that'll shock your finger. We went, no, we're not going to do that.
So I told you what it was going to do before they gave
They
it
went
to
up to the front of Creepy, which had this little alcove in it, which had posters and bands and, My Chemical Romance is going to be here. And I made the kid cry for a half an hour, but that's a whole other story. But,
That whole crowd cries.
This band's coming. I was like, what is going on with those gals we just kicked out of the bar? It looks like a fire is going on. So I walk up to them and I'm like, what the fuck? There's a fire shooting about 3 feet in the air from ripped down posters. And a gal comes attacking me with what I thought was a big pen. God, get away from me! I'm knocking your hands away.
Dramatic
What is this
reenactment.
gal doing? What is this gal doing? This is messed up. Knocking her hands away. I look over and Jody is running behind the bar going, I can't find the phone, I can't find the phone, I can't find the phone, I can't find the phone. I'm like, what is going on? I kick this woman who is on PCP and or crack. And her
I don't know why I'm fucking surprised.
high top table like, ugh, ugh. And she falls down. I'm like, I just killed this woman. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
That's how Nicolas Cage had to go on the Con Air.
From there, the woman goes, and comes at me with a lamp and also a
You woke up
boy
the sleeping giant.
She's like I jumped up like a kung fu movie. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm up.
Kung
and
fu
fucking
muscle.
comes at me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm knocking her hands away. I punch and kick her at the same time.
Oh, now
She runs out the door. She runs out the door. We had homeless dudes. We had homeless dudes hanging out. We had homeless dudes.
The homeless
We had
guys were doing
homeless
it too.
dudes hanging out in front of the place that would ask kids, it's like, hey, kid, you're from West County. Can I have some money? They'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Poor homeless guy. Go buy some crack. And I went, bums, chase those bitches. And they went, ahoy, captain. And fucking went after
Get your
this
own
gal.
like
Went
gang
after
of
this
bums.
gal. There's two gals. One of them had like this fucking dress on. They fucking chased after these fucking homeless gals. I look down. I am cut into fucking cartilage.
fucking unzipped
Dude,
your
I am
fucking
like,
cut in
I
the
am
cartilage.
zipped open. I'm
Also a
zipped
band
open.
name.
I have fucking cartilage coming open. And I'm like, what the fuck? The whole fucking bar looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. It's like blood over there, blood over there, blood over there. I'm sorry, I'm spitting COVID all on you. Anyhow, so
Come see Repo Man.
the homeless guy.
Don't forget,
Come see
Repo
Repo
Man.
Man at.
Get it on
Come see
vinyl.
Repo Man at.
3 weeks ago.
Oh,
3 weeks ago.
Man.
The homeless guys come back and went, those bitches ran to St. Mary Assisi's women's shelter or something like that, right? And they end up bringing the gals back. I'm getting wrapped up by a fucking paramedic. And the one gal gets
It's
out
his
of the car.
bar
I'm
back.
like, that gal didn't do anything. The second one gets out of the car and does this. Next thing I know, I have a cop holding me while all my appendages are flailing,
Still
trying
trying
to
to do the
kill a
punch
woman, while blood is still
worked pretty
squirting
good
out
the
of my
first time,
hand.
Worth a repeat.
And
I think you're there.
I got a lot of
That's what
calls afterwards. Like, it was like victim services would call and be like, "Oh, she's standing trial for being a." So I'm getting for
Sorry, are we boring you all?
prostitution.
No, it's good. It's good.
So she was getting other calls for prostitution, and I never went to the trial. Where she stabbed me in my arm and gave me a 5-inch scar on my arm.
Yeah.
That's the story of this far-end scar. Andrew WK over here. What's his name?
Andrew Dice.
Andrew W. Clay.
Andrew Dice
Andrew
Clay?
W. Clay over here. Ricky Schroeder, but that guy turned into a right-wing motherfucker. Ricky Schroeder is now a right-wing motherfucker that was giving money to that piece of shit that shot that guy during protests.
What
and
the-
they're like,
The kid?
yeah, the kid.
Yeah, he was
The
in the
kid.
Alison Krauss and that other country guy, Super Sad music video.
Fucking Ricky Schroeder.
So in your head, you think you look like Ricky Schroeder?
I was told
No,
that
he
as
was
a
singing
child.
Silver. Oh, wait, someone.
I was told that as a child that I look like Ricky Schroeder.
Yeah, you're. I don't know.
Matched on.
I know you're a young man, but your childhood is.
My childhood was in 1980.
Ricky Schroeder days are over, my man. They used to tell me I look like Ferris Bueller. That's clearly why.
I also lived through
Brought to you by Una Vida.
oh, tequila. This is
Oh,
a
you
whole
used some
bottle
tequila?
of tequila over there.
Go
I'm
get you
drinking
some.
way too much Malort.
One life. One story.
As a child, classy Freddie
You want some of this
Blassie.
Brown Foreman juice?
Classy
Jeez.
Freddie Blassie. You know what? I want some more of that whiskey.
I'm sure you do.
That angel
This
hair
is-
whiskey. No, the angel hair. The angel hair.
Angel ain't pasta, my man. Freaking St. Louis people.
Hey, will you
Classy Freddie Blassie, who was
We are rolling it.
the king of men, Classy Freddie Blassie.
So hang on. One
No.
This is the part where we just say random things. See what sticks.
so one
Don't, dude. Oh my God.
That's fine.
What is happening? This is getting closer to like Headbanger's Ball. That's
great.
This is.
It's great.
This is the third reiteration. I'm into it.
What's
But we
this
don't
coming
wear
back
leather
like every
jackets.
other
We
week?
wear Adidas slip-ups.
Yeah, that's right.
It was
It's all coming back.
yeah. That was Headbangers
I
Ball
remember
like
the first guy
94.
always wore the leather jacket.
Yeah.
I was forgetting he had the
Put your
hair.
leather jacket on,
The
man.
whole new metal thing happened. And
And then it was the guy
they were
from,
just trying to
it was
and
the
then
guy
turn
from
it
Blind
off.
Melon.
No.
Oh, no, I didn't.
The guy from Blind Melon is who they had do the second one.
better aggressively take this show back.
No, this is what we hate. This is what we came for.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's what they came for. It's what you came for.
So
This
can you
young
tell-
23-year-old artist that we're just trying to promote. Can I ask you, is that a Ghoulies tattoo? That is an
Yeah.
amazing tattoo. I was looking over here. I was like, tell me it's a fucking Ghoulies tattoo. That's amazing. That's cool.
Jeff Meyer did this.
Jeff, the amazing
See me,
fucking
Cousin
tattooer.
Pulse.
I
Shout out
didn't
to
think
Jeff Meyer.
Jeff was ever going to make anything of his life, but that guy's fucking.
Why?
This
you
is
serious?
the
Amazing
80s
talent.
Yeah.
horror movie.
you
not
know
a band
Jeff,
name in
the
this
guy that was like an
scenario.
awesome artist and then fucking a great band for what? Fucking 15
I
years?
can't believe that guy that was good at everything.
Yeah, he was like good
Yeah,
at
I
stuff.
can't imagine. Okay, now we're at the point of the show where
I
you
saw
guys
him
talking
throw
you guys
up
are like
on a guy's
the metal version of High
fucking
Fidelity. You
shoes
guys are
one time.
snobs. You guys are snobs.
No, he fucking shit on somebody who's we know that's extremely
he
talented.
likes young
I
redheads.
didn't
He's already been
try to
established.
shit on him. I just,
All right.
you know, come
All
on
right,
now.
all right.
I saw him throw up on a guy's shoes to
Yeah.
try to get him to fight.
Why do I think that you haven't not thrown up on a guy's shoes before? Like it sounds like a Wilson move. Am I wrong? What are the odds? Did you or did you not ever throw up on a guy's shoes?
No, but, you know,
Have you?
Jeff's a good guy.
Jeff's a great guy.
I love everybody.
Deflection.
Well, why don't you love everybody, Rick?
You don't
No,
love
I
everybody.
do. I just don't like you.
Fucking odd couple over here.
Good answer.
Speaking of TV theme
So-
songs,
Will you tell Rick about that story that you told me when
We should preface. About to ask a dark question.
No,
so if
no,
you're
no,
not
no, no,
into-
no. I mean,
Daddy,
Wilson
how
can
come
say
when
whatever
you
he
put the
wants,
gun in
but-
your mouth at night?
for the
You
viewers
cry.
at
This
home.
is the most interesting part of it, right? So
What?
if you're about to jump off a building,
Oh.
See,
what would you drink?
that's a loaded
I
question.
did deal with the situation at the bar hotel that I worked at,
Don't mention who it is.
where a guy came into the bar, drank a couple beers, asked how much a Johnny Walker Blue shot was, and they went $50. And he went,
Oh, you
"Eh."
already tried to spark this.
And he jumped off the roof.
What?
And when he did that, everybody said, Wilson, Wilson, Wilson.
Yeah. Did you mention the fact that he paid his tab?
He paid his tab.
That's
So he
right.
paid for that shit.
Yeah, he
Hang on,
paid
hang on,
his
no, no,
tab.
no. They told him how much his shot of Johnny Walker Blue was,
And he went, nope.
and he went no,
I'm good.
and he got like a shot of
I'm
wild
good.
turkey or something.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm about to commit suicide. I realize I'm about to commit suicide.
Wait, this is real? All right, you gotta.
This is real. This is real.
The guy jumped off the fucking roof?
At
Don't say where.
or
There.
in town where I used to work at, which I think I've already mentioned.
Not Angard.
As he
Not
hit
Jesus.
the fucking he hit the pool and split in half. There was a storm rolling in.
I don't know why that's
What
relevant,
the fuck?
but
Why are any of us laughing? Is this real?
Yeah, it's raining, man. Hallelujah.
oh, now
it's
that's
raining,
taken a
man.
left turn.
Hallelujah. He hit the pool, and
The pool
I
had a
looked
roof
at
on.
this guy that worked for the bar, and he goes, the rest of them's outside. I'm like, the rest of them? I walked into the pool area of this bar and or this hotel and saw blood sprayed everywhere. As much as you can see, there was blood sprayed away. And I went, okay, fuck, I have to close the pool. A 3-year-old, 7-year-old, and 11-year-old child witnessed the legs falling into the pool. And the guy from edit
We'll
that
bleep
out.
it. We'll bleep it.
guy
We'll
from
actually
the
we'll
place
bleep that.
The guy from the place said the rest of them's outside. I saw literally a torso that was chopped right at the legs in half, laying outside. So I go over and start doing CPR on him. I'm like, no
disrespect.
You guys, you're not gonna lose me.
No,
You're not
Rick,
gonna
a lot
lose
of
me.
us deal with
You're not
our-
gonna lose me.
Rick,
And I did
awkwardness
Rick,
with
CPR.
no,
I did
go back, go
CPR
back.
on the guy.
We need a
I did
moment.
CPR on the guy, and then it didn't help.
You did
And then
CPR?
no, I didn't.
Rick,
No, I
He
didn't.
saw him. He saw him. He took off his belt and tried to use his.
Tourniquet. Tourniquet.
I mean,
Oh.
God love you for the effort. Jesus Christ, you were
So I put
on
a
board
tourniquet
to
on
save
him
this
and
man.
did CPR, but it didn't help.
So he told me that. I go, what the fuck were you thinking? He goes, if it would work, I would be awesome.
Fucking
Did
Frankenstein.
not
over
give
here. It's
that
not.
guy CPR. I did not give
I mean, I
that
appreciate
CPR.
He gave him CPR.
Split in half.
So where did you put the tourniquet around his?
His no. I didn't put a tourniquet anywhere. I did not give him CPR.
You told me.
I just said
you took
that
his
is a
belt.
dead body, and walked away.
You gave him CPR.
You said you. No, that is.
As you should have. It's very valiant of you.
That's a heroic
It's like,
move.
oh, that's done now. And a man split in half at the.
Yeah, we have some
that I
bleep work
used to
for you to
work.
do. He mentioned the hotel, so we'll have to. Beep, beep, beep.
No, don't.
Yeah, we actually have to bleep something out on that.
Hilarious! This is our first censor. That's amazing. No,
Not happened to
horrific,
me.
horrific
So-
story. Clearly,
So, what was the most traumatizing thing that ever happened in your life?
Well, Wilson, I can't believe you pushed that guy off the fucking.
God damn it. I mean, the irony of drinking Angel Cindy right now, I don't.
I thought you were sincerely like really upset for a moment.
Jeez.
Oh, the angel moment of this was
We just lost a third of our subscribers for probably good reasons.
This
Become
just
a
did.
Fangoria
Foreheads is no longer our sponsor.
Una vida.
Una vida. Cancel.
One life.
One life.
Very short.
Keep
And
it
no
like
more
it
lives afterwards.
if
It's,
Wilson's up there.
it's now No Bears, One Bar. Brought to you by
2 bears, 1 hell. We'll see you there.
Yeah, well.
Broke
Wilson.
Wilson.
If we don't get a
Finally
spin off
did
for
it.
just Wilson, it's a story time with Uncle Wilson.
All right. So
All right, well, now you took him there. It's on you.
anyway though, because
Yeah.
Wilson.
So anyway,
Yeah.
ever
So,
seen dead bodies
so there's
before?
more.
But anyway, the thing of it was the fact that Wilson saw half of a man, and actually did perform CPR on him and like tried to save his life, even though
You never know. With the advances in medical
you
science
told me the
today,
story, and I was like, really? You were like, and then Chris was like,
This is the weirdest episode of Dr. Phil. I've ever been
It's
on.
not, now we're gonna bring out your long lost stepsister Rita. That's gonna. Oh, I thought I'd never. see
Wilson, you are the cum daddy.
Oh my gosh. Let's have a little moment for the family that we have charged this account to. I don't. Jesus Christ.
This is definitely the moment in like the 1989 Batman where Jack Nicholson sees himself as the Joker in the mirror for the first time and breaks the mirror and walks away laughing just like that.
Exactly.
He's only laughing because
You want to get nuts?
It's only laughing because
he's
it's
only
funny.
cried for so long.
Well, it's awkward. It's hard. I think a lot of people will result.
No, and actually, I mean, to be fair, that did fuck you up for a while,
How would it not?
For a while.
or fuck you up.
It
period.
is now.
For a while, it had you wearing like Adidas jumpsuits.
Ever since there, I couldn't wear real pants.
Never been able to.
Ever since
I've never
then,
been able to use a zipper
Fuck it,
again.
fuck it. I'm just gonna be
Anything
comfortable.
requiring a
I'm
belt
just
is
gonna be
off
comfortable.
limits.
I don't want to be traumatized. I just want to be comfortable.
Well, explains your facial hair.
This is my winter pelt. It will shave
Oh, it's
off.
very
in the winter.
dashing. You're very.
Is that what you were expecting when I told you that he had a story to tell?
Not quite.
Why would that
Yeah.
be what anyone? When you surprised me with that story, it's like I'm not entirely sure that we should let him tell that story, or if he wants to tell that story.
Yeah, leave out everything I ever said.
No.
Where it happened.
No, like I said, this is
We're only gonna.
outlaw country.
It's a great story.
It's an amazing,
It's a fantastic.
horrifying story, but yes,
It's amazing.
My life is fun.
heroic. in
Also,
a sense.
also the part that he did tell though was like when the cops came, they put up like these.
Oh yeah, they put up barricades,
So-
which carried only the body you could see from.
So like if you were
in the
driving down the
street.
street, you
But
couldn't see.
if you were in the hotel and looking out the window, you could see a dead body.
So let me
So,
ask
like-
you this: I have a question though. Like, when they do the chalk line, do they do like two?
Yeah, they did. They
Okay,
did.
I assume.
You know what they did?
Serious
serious?
question. He's
I
not,
don't know, man.
neither one of us are serious.
I was at work going, I smell like blood and chlorine. I'm
All right,
going
all right.
home.
Oh, like a
Stop,
Walmart.
Stop talking for 1 second. So what he was trying to say was,
Jesus.
I smell like blood and chlorine. I'm going home.
Brentwood.
that too. But so when the paramedics and cops came, they put up barricades around the body.
It was only for what you could see
So like if
around
you're
the body.
hang on, yeah,
If you were
I
in
know,
the
but
hotel
I can say it better.
and you
So
looked out the window,
He can words them.
can
He
see
can
the
do the
body.
words more
I
better.
can words them right now.
go ahead
But
and
so if you were driving down the street, you wouldn't see it. But then like at one point, like Wilson was like looking up and he just saw the hotel with every window full of people just staring down on this half a man.
Did you say on Afro Man?
Half a man.
That different.
Afro Man was earlier.
He
Totally
can
different.
smoke cigarettes.
Because a
when he
hotel
wants
of
to.
people would not be staring down an Afro Man.
No, barely anybody would stare at Afro Man these days. R.I.P. Afro Man.
As far as I get,
Did you work that show? had to have-
I worked a couple of them at Food Bar.
You know, we have a mutual friend that is Afro Man's DJ,
What's that from his DJ's
Who?
name? I guess
Junior.
this is Junior.
Oh, Junior's his DJ?
Junior is his DJ.
Like tours with him?
Yes, full-time producer, makes his music, has for years.
Gets Colt 45s.
I had no idea. I just thought you just made juice bars.
Yep. He's Afro.
What's his juice bar called?
It's closed.
Oh,
Juniors.
shout out to Junior.
Junior's Juice.
Close. It's
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
that good.
No.
He had
It
it,
was
no,
just
no.
called the Juice.
Oh, it's
the
called
juice. Oh, that,
people-
not
I like
the
place,
juice.
but
You ain't
I
OJ.
get why they closed. They had no chance.
That wasn't
Because
the
they
right
call
spot
themselves
for
the
it.
Juice. It's associated with
No,
murder.
no, it was not the Jews, the juice.
The juice. No, I wasn't talking about what about
Goddamn
O.J.
racist.
Simpson. You weirdo.
No. If I want to be hanging out with a
Also,
bunch
not
of fucking
talking
racists,
about. Yeah, listen,
Wilson.
Wilson, settle
and
down.
we get canceled.
Oh,
Goddamn
God.
juice.
Let's talk about Orenthal James.
Juice. What?
Oh boy.
So,
You're the
What?
one carrying this. Let's go.
What? What you got, man? I'll answer every question.
we
Rick, do you got anything for that one?
Yeah, I have one. Wilson, what's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Actually, here we go. How many times did you get fired from Creepy Crawl, and why?
Never.
You never got fired?
No,
No.
Are you serious? How many
He
times?
got fired.
I think I hold the record at 3 times.
Yeah,
I got
was fired
2.
3
I
Yeah.
times.
was about to say he got fired. I know.
Why did you get fired?
Oh shit! Which time? I know there was
No. Oh,
All you do is play Miss Pac-Man. Because that was
First of
true.
all, Miss Pac-Man.
also,
is
who fired you?
dope.
Jeff Parks.
Jeff?
Yeah. And I agree. And that's why
Fuck Pac-Man, like Miss Pac-Man. That's the game.
Yes, and that's why I own a Miss Pac-Man machine that's in my house
I grew up.
because now I can
My
play it. all the
grandmother
Is that
was,
the one-
My grandmother was a bartender, and she would babysit me at VFW halls while she bartended, and I played Miss Pac-Man from like 8 to.
Hang on.
time. Dude, yeah.
That Miss Pac-Man,
Oh, hold
is that the
on.
one that
Sorry.
was in our house?
No. It's a
That was
different one.
Sean's.
That was Sean's, yeah.
And it was chipped, right? Like it.
But
Oh
No,
I
no, it was
thought
just-
I thought it was like cracked somehow to go faster.
Remember Dan stole Mortal Kombat the one time?
Stop.
You gotta,
Alright,
you gotta
sorry.
take the you gotta take the fingers away from.
It's
your
okay.
mouth there, Wilson.
It didn't make sense.
What do you something about Mortal Kombat?
yeah, I got fired for all you do is play Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And then I got fired for a time that I wasn't working. I came behind the bar and I grabbed a bottle of Setter and I started grabbing random people by the face and shoving the bottle of Setter in their mouth. I got fired for that.
That's why you get fired. Yeah.
And then I
You still
don't know
sound
what the
like
third time
fireable
I got
offenses.
fired was for, but somebody told me that they left and they saw me like literally like face down spread eagle outside of like Creepy Crawl on the ground with nobody around. And
You got,
that
you
was
got,
the
you
third
got
time I
fired
got
for playing Patrick the Starfish. I don't. That seems weird.
I guess so.
You're fired.
I guess
You're
so.
too
I don't
drunk.
know- I don't know who I
You're
was
too drunk.
hurting.
Get out of here. That seems like
So I got fired for this was new. I didn't get fired till new Creepy. Oh no, I got fired at old Creepy Crawl, Creepy Crawl 1, because I told Jeff I wouldn't give him any more booze. I told Jeff he couldn't drink, so he fired me
Exactly.
for not letting me.
Should have been fired.
nice, humble brag.
And then I went home, and I think that was one of the nights where he found a homeless guy off the street and had him bartend for him. Which we should just do a show about Jeff Parks, or bring Jeff Parks
Yeah.
in.
Instead of getting a homeless guy off the street to bartend for you, just grab the bottle of Jägermeister and start.
Yeah,
drinking
like it was never it never made sense to me that you just didn't drink on your own.
There's a risk factor, the health factor.
No, he would literally.
Either
I'm just
getting
saying,
a
like-
homeless guy to bartend,
You know,
or
hey, hey, Buster,
Buster.
you
Did he have a high
you want
pitched
a couple
voice?
bucks?
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty spot on. I think. Ah, the Independents are playing tonight.
All right.
So I got fired. I got fired from Tom at New Creepy Crawl.
I'm gonna never fire you.
Because Regina Spektor came in. We built a new stage for her.
Oh,
We did all the shit. And
She's
the whole
nice.
set. No, shut the fuck up.
she's nice.
Sorry. I love you. But stop. But, and she goes, this venue is fucking terrible. I'm so sorry you guys have to be here. Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
The
from
whole
what
time-
I hear, it
Stop!
could have been sketchy. It could have been sketchy.
We built a new stage for her. We did everything we could. I don't know who the fuck booked it.
Well, I don't
we
know
were
how
honest
nice
about
the
who
stage
fucking
is.
worked.
You're choking
All
up
you have to do is look at a
15-year-olds.
fucking website and see what the fuck Creepy Crawl
It does
is.
seem odd. Listen,
Don't stand
I love
up
you too.
for that fucking bird of a fucking person.
Make fun
So-
of her hollow bird bones.
So anyway, she's a fucking bitch the whole fucking time. And it was like, we just built a stage for you. And then like she complains about the stage, she complains about the room, she complains about this. And then her fans come in and they're like, what do you mean I don't have a table to sit at? And I was like, look at the room. Like, where would you sit? And this was like during the time we weren't supposed to drink while we were working. And the whole time it was like people who've never seen Creepy Crawl before came into Creepy Crawl and they're like, where's my chair at? And okay, this will work out perfect. Where's my chair at? And I'm like, I can't fucking help you. Like, this isn't the place for that. Like, your girl's playing at a dive bar, homie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And so like I dealt with that all night and just like these mid 40-year-old soccer moms just coming up to me complaining nonstop. And I'm just like, I'm just here to keep the peace. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So she played her last song. And this is like after like her fans were telling me every night or every 5 minutes how much we suck. And her on stage apologizing for how much we suck because somebody booked her in a place that wasn't meant for her. And we accommodated her as much as we could. We showed her our specs. We showed her the room. We showed
her our
their booking agents
specters.
everything, and we like made it work. And
It doesn't sound like you took it personal, is what I'm getting.
no, and she goes, "This is my last song." Blah 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 blah. Fuck this place. I went to the bar. I don't know if it was you or Kenny. Maybe Scott.
1 star.
Did you bartend? You bartended at Creepy Crawl though, right?
Yeah, but I only know the name Regina Spektor.
Oh.
So if I worked
Lucky
whatever
you.
the show was, I would have.
Too busy
I
with
would
Miss
know.
Pac-Man. I can't hear that.
But anyway,
I should be fired.
I just go, just give me a Long Island with no ice. And they gave it to me and I took it as a shot, slammed it down.
shit. Such a rebel.
And then we went on with the rest of the show. And then, so like, we were hired as stagehands also. So I was removing this broad stuff out and Regina was talking to like somebody.
I bet she's like, can you guys even read?
Yeah, I guess it's fair. But I go, hey, I was carrying her keyboard and I go, where do you want this at? And she like ignored me.
In the show.
And I go, hey, flaming cunt, where do you want this fucking keyboard at?
Don't think. And that's how you got fired, I'm guessing?
And then,
That'll do it.
and then I just like said, watch this. And I just dropped.
My God.
And then Tom called me the next day and fired me.
Flaming cunt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was brutal. But Tom called me. He goes, I saw you do that Long Island is a shot. And I kind of think you might be a liability.
Made something to do with
I
that.
heard you say that whole flaming cunt thing. That
No,
I
he
caught.
never heard that part.
No, that was the name of the
But
shot.
I do like
All the artists.
I do like to say
You
that I got
misheard
fired
me.
for calling Regina Spektor a flaming cunt.
I called her Regina Spektor, which can be misconstrued.
Fuck you, bitch.
No, but what do you expect? Like you go on stage and you just say like "fuck these people."
Whatever. Our new
nonstop?
theme song is Regina Spektor. You get out of town. Hilarious. Also a new band name, Regina Spektor. Equally
It's
horrifying.
already a band name.
That is not surprising. Well, there's a lady's name,
I
but
think
it's
a
not.
name for a drink was the Long Island with no ice.
Flaming
Be called
cunt.
a flaming cunt.
I mean, you might as
Perfect.
well throw it in the microwave with your whiskey.
Like,
I don't.
Isn't it supposed to
I
be on
mean-
fire? Like, fuck you, drink it. Flaming cunt.
Is it?
Don't be a cunt. Flaming.
This will put out
So many
flames.
bleeps.
We might have to bleep
So
some
many
shit.
bleeps on this episode. This is amazing, I guess.
It's all Wilson. He did all this.
I didn't do anything.
This is, in fact, the Wilson Show.
I retracted.
We'll be right back with the final segment of the Wilson Show.
That's right.
Let's
ready?
go. Two Bears,
All
one
right,
bar.
let's go.
Let's go. Welcome back for the final segment of the painstakingly episode 4. Two Bears, one bar.
No, it's not that bad. It's a good time. This will be the most views, I guarantee it.
I
All right.
believe that.
So Wilson,
What?
hi. Look at me. So,
I placed a delicious grape drink in front of you.
oh great, can't wait. Rick just had to deal with what would you call that?
Ineptitude, is that a word?
Ineptitude, yeah.
Mhm.
So Rick had a barrage of just stupid fucking interview questions
Okay.
from this guy, and he had a little thread on Facebook about it, and a lot of like-minded people said this guy's a fucking idiot, and
Who, you?
no, not Rick.
Oh,
To set the stage,
That's happened too.
Rick was asked bartender questions. He was like a bartender
No, not
profile
bartender
thing.
questions.
No,
It was
they
about his
weren't.
band. It was about his band,
Oh, it was about your band?
and
you would actually not know because he didn't ask about either.
Essentially,
thing.
you were asked
You
to do
wouldn't
an
know
interview and,
Yeah.
and didn't ask you anything about you.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. It was basically just like, you're from St. Louis, huh? What do you think about?
Oh,
huh?
Do you like toasted raviolis?
See some of that, and that was ridiculous.
Okay,
So-
so you're familiar.
I am very familiar. I grew up in Eureka. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
gross.
are you just
I know
answering
what that
questions
is.
without me asking him?
I was
You prepared.
literally gonna answer every asinine question he had to answer.
That's
But
that's
go
what we're
on.
doing right now.
I think that's what this segment is. I think your chances come.
You nailed it, Wilson.
You go first. Go finish
Okay,
your
good.
answer, and then we'll keep going.
I grew up in Eureka, Missouri.
It shows.
I worked at a place called Rentonville Videos, which was an actual video store that had trauma movies that I mean, like
It's a good video store
fucking
then.
like
yeah.
shit that was fucking real.
Yeah.
I actually saw a guy because
And
Now that I
I
do
done
Instacart-
growed up there.
Nope.
Hey,
I saw a guy
Grand
wearing a
Grab
Toxie
Boys.
shirt, and I was like, "That's an awesome shirt." Like, I just want to tell you that. And I was like, "I know it's weird that some old guys telling you wearing a cool shirt, but like, when the fuck do you see anybody wearing a fucking
Was
shirt
he like, I don't know
of
what
like
this is.
Toxie?" No, he goes, "Thanks, man. That's cool."
Cool.
So
It was all right.
you know, that was
Nice young man.
Yeah, episode number 5.
You see Toxie,
I-
like
Huh?
that means a lot.
You were confusing, Wilson.
I grew
He just
up
he's
Easy
going
to
every
do.
as
direction.
a child from
Don't talk about trauma right now because we'll be here all.
We don't have time for that.
We
don't have time for
You
that,
can't-
Wilson.
old school
can't go back to your
wrestling. I'm talking
childhood.
about old school wrestling from St. Louis, Missouri.
What does that got to do with
My
your Rick? You gotta ask me the next question.
godfather was
No one's talking
Blassie
about
Freddie
this.
Blassie.
Nobody's talking about
I
it.
mean, I appreciate story time with Uncle
Classic
Wilson as
Freddie
much as the next guy,
Blassie.
but
Blassie Freddie Blassie. It's the whole wrestling thing.
I mean, Ozzy made a whole
All right.
show about
You're-
this.
so,
It
do
worked.
you want to know about when I worked at Rentonville?
We
Video?
don't.
No.
Not
All right,
maybe episode
Stop.
No.
You know, second part or
stop.
something.
All right. So, just to give you a little bit of preface here, this guy didn't like Rick's answers. Was a little upset about it,
Who didn't?
and he.
The
It doesn't matter.
The interviewer.
The slinger guy, yeah, Oliver.
God damn you, Oliver.
But he goes, my hope was that I could give a St. Louis band a leg up in the St. Louis scene. But I cannot imagine my readers reading this interview and making it them want to listen to his music.
How is
You know what?
I've never seen an interviewer be critical
So
of the
I feel like
interviewee.
if I give you some questions, maybe they'll want to listen to your music.
I don't have music.
I'm just joking.
But
This guy's a
guy has
fucking.
music, and his music is fucking amazing.
When's the album come out?
We're about to find out though.
April
So
9th.
so here's these
No,
questions.
No. The album before that was just as good. So
All right. So Wilson, growing up, there were 3 kinds of us in the 314.
Oh, God damn it.
Yes, sir.
Hockey, baseball, or soccer?
Hockey.
Which one were you and why?
You know what? I appreciated baseball until I worked at the bar that I worked at, club, which was right next to the baseball stadium. And it
It's
made
called
me,
Busch Stadium. It's pretty
Did
legendary.
you say Bush? I don't
Go
know.
Cardinals.
I don't know what place you're talking about.
Sorry,
But
come on, tell me about Brett Hull.
Until dealing with St. Louis baseball fans, and that's the thing about St. Louis baseball fans. They're from everywhere, man. It is guys
We are a
from
fucking
Arkansas.
dynasty.
It's guys from Arkansas that are listening to KMOX. And it was like, hey, are the riots still happening around here? And it's like, riots? What? No. You're talking about 8 years ago.
That is a specific memory.
So,
So,
Kind of quality content we come to expect. from
solid answer.
Yeah.
so baseball
Wait.
is all about racism.
No.
What?
You were talking about hockey.
I'm sorry.
We're supposed to talk about hockey.
You picked hockey, but you talked about baseball, so
Yeah.
you tell me.
You know what?
Next question.
Next question.
Next question.
Now, let's talk St. Louis foods. Best slinger, gooey butter cake, and STL pizza.
No. We're only
Go!
talking about slingers only. We're not going to talk about gooey butter cake. We're not going to talk about St. Louis
garbage.
pizza.
Why don't you want to
We're
talk about
only
gooey
gonna
butter cake?
Talk about slingers.
What has gooey butter cake ever done to you?
You know what?
What's it done for
Slingers
anybody?
only.
Okay.
Slingers only. Slingers only.
Yeah. So fucking talk about slingers. Also, you're not a slinger guy.
It's a new dating.
You're a
site
Toby
where you
guy.
only
I
meet
know
up
this.
To eat slingers.
Have you ever had
You
a
don't have to
slinger?
be lonely.
Yeah, I know you've had
Slingersonly.com.
more.
Look at me, I've had a lot of
Have you ever had
slingers.
slingers?
Look at Rick, who doesn't eat slingers. Look at me, who eats all the slingers.
Just make them at home, baby, with Wolf Brand chili.
And
Don't
that's
look
where
at
it comes from, man. It's all about the original chili. I'm gonna literally barf myself right now.
Less is more. Less is truly more. It's like Tony DeLuise. It's the pause between lines that makes it so dramatic.
What's the best slinger you ever had, Wilson?
You just turned it into Hamlet.
Get through it.
The best slinger I've ever had.
The time is now.
Shut up! Fuck you! Is literally.
We gained a bunch of sponsors tonight. We lost them in the same nights.
You can do this.
You're almost there.
All right.
Every slinger I've had is the best slinger.
So
you serious?
slinger by concept just
Every
wins.
slinger that I've had is the best slinger.
What's the worst slinger you've ever had? Where did you feel disappointed?
Well, they're all the best, and those are the worst.
Nah,
Exactly.
There may not be a best, but there's a worst.
I'm
You know
a
what's
very
funny?
positive person.
It's like,
no,
you're a positive
It's fucking.
Does White Castle do a slinger? I'll do a slinger.
here's the point. The point is, this was like a guy being like, oh, Rick's in a cool band.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, I really like your band a lot. What slingers you eating, bro?
My answer that upset him was none. It looks like somebody took a shit on a plate.
Yeah.
And it
Turns out,
Wilson goes, I'll eat all that shit up.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, when I told you about my idea to do a kitchen based on a trash plate, which is a Rochester,
Oh yeah.
like a Rochester slinger, I
Is
told
that
you
oysters
everything that was
on
on
it?
it.
Is that what's
and
happening?
at first, you're like, oh, trash plate. I want to eat a trash plate because the name's cool. And then I told you everything that was on it and what it looks like, and you were like, no, fuck that.
were your fries drowning?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it sounded super disgusting.
It looks like a slinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
that's the thing about the Midwest.
The funny thing is
you
like,
just have to eat every piece of garbage thing
if
that's
I
You don't
put
have
in
to.
front of you. You
You
have
actually
to.
don't
You
have
have to. You have to. You have to.
Listen, you don't have to put ranch on the side. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know when that went from a salad dressing, a bad salad
I don't
dressing,
think
to
he
a
said
condiment.
No, he said it.
No, he's talking about the Midwest and eating everything. I'm talking about
It is. It
ranch.
is. It is.
Stupid dressing is ridiculous. How do you know the
Ranch
food?
is great.
Oh, I want a delicious pizza,
Okay,
but also
okay,
let's
okay.
dip it in ranch. Now
A
it tastes like
slinger
ranch.
is breakfast with
Gross.
an egg.
I'm aware of what a slider is.
Wilson,
Slinger,
Or a slinger. I'm aware of what a slinger is. Excuse me.
breakfast has
Slider's a
eggs.
baseball
I don't know
pitch,
if you know that.
because that's the superior sport.
What you're saying is a slinger is breakfast with chili
Yeah.
and
Wolf
cheese
brand.
burgers
Chili, cheese, and onions.
and burgers.
It's like
Because you don't.
Chili,
Most
cheese, and
people don't have
It's
burgers
biscuits
for
and gravy
breakfast.
with chili. Yes. And with that,
All right, let's keep going.
you got one more.
Yeah. Okay, this is actually an all right. Which closed music venue do you miss the most?
What?
That's a universal answer.
Mississippi Nights.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
No.
That was my answer too.
answer.
Let's go through this because I miss
Actually,
Ready Room.
I miss the
Ready
High
Room's
Point
my. That's the one I miss the most.
I also
Yeah.
miss Ready Room.
But High Point is also where I learned how to drink. And then
Yeah.
it was also where all my friends learned how to do coke. So
I think,
lots
I think
of-
St.
lots of
Louis is where people learn to
I
do
would
coke.
say
No.
Bastilles. I would say Bastilles.
is where you learn how to do coke.
No,
That's a
yeah,
different question. I don't think he asked that
too,
question.
That too. But Bastilles was an amazing fucking venue.
I don't remember that place. Do you remember that place?
Yeah, I went once ever. The Paxidals played. Nathan Prater, Matt
Yeah.
Prater's old band. I went once when they were there, and I don't know. It was just some place with a checkered board floor. That was just
Yes,
stupid little
exactly,
venue.
exactly. Oh god damn it!
It was nothing.
It was
nothing
cheesy
to
as
me.
fuck,
I mean,
so Wilson loved it.
I was like 16 years old. It was
That was
Jackson.
the first time that it was like, oh hey, Rancid's
That was
coming
for
through,
Oliver,
you know?
not you.
Also, actually, I think it was the only
guys
show.
from Happy Happy have a new band.
The only show that Wilson and I ever went to together was at High Point. And Grady was like, "Oh, you gotta check out this band Thrice. They're so fucking cool."
Thrice.
And I went there and I'm just like, I think this might be kind of bullshit. And I remember standing next to Wilson, and Wilson was like air pumping the whole fucking time.
You know what? I'll admit, I actually like that first Thrice
No,
record.
Thrice-
It's not bad.
Thrice
I would say it's not
fucking
bad.
It's actually not the first one. The second one, Illusion of Safety.
I don't know what it is.
That
I don't
shit
know what
was
it is.
rad when it
Whatever
came out,
Grady
'cause I was
showed
like,
us.
oh, this is one of these like emo-y bands or whatever.
And
but they're
then-
playing like Iron Maiden shit.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
like
kinda
whatever
cool.
the first record was that Grady showed us, like it wasn't bad.
It
and
was
like
that record,
to be
yeah.
fair, it wasn't that bad. But I was just kind of like watching it happen and being like, I don't know where I'm at. And I remember staying next to Wilson and him just like being like, yeah, fucking Thrice, what's up? And then like to see Thrice where they are now, I'm just like, remember when you were like fucking about to like punch fucking angels to Thrice?
And ending on a story of Tony being violent seems like the right way to end this train wreck. This has been actually really good. I speak facetiously. This has been one of the more entertaining things I think that we've done.
Let's
So yes, it's time to hit the dusty trail. This has been one of the more pre-planned
Holy
experiences.
moly.
So
How did
some
we
of
get
you will now
this?
love us more. Some of you will unsubscribe, and that's understandable.
fucking
Wilson killed a guy.
I mean, yeah, it turns, so lessons to be learned. Well, none.
hit us up.
Ruin their
Hit us up
podcast.
in info, 2 bears, 1 bar.
They just ruin their
Let us know if you
podcast.
want fucking Wilson back. I think Wilson's going to be a recurring character here with Les Malloy. Because we just love watching people fall
Nothing
apart,
matters.
dummy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Four Hands. Thanks to Luna Vita. Thanks to Scofflaw Times. Thank you, Rick and Wilson. By the way, like
Thank you guys.
there's a lot
This
more.
has been awesome.
There's a lot more between the three of us, but like I wouldn't be who I am without both of you. So thank you guys so
If
much.
you guys want a part 2, again, email us at info@2bears1bar.
Yeah, I said that already.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you guys very
Oh.
much. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. And with
All right.
of course, I also
I'm here too. Turns out I was here, and also
stop it.
Make sure that you listen to this podcast on either Spotify or iTunes. We're also on YouTube.
Apple
And
Podcasts.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the bear.
Yeah. Also, this is probably a good YouTube one to fucking watch. We're going to close out this episode with a track from Rick's band's The Lion's Daughter. This is a new song on their new album, Skin Show, which comes out April 9th, called Neon Teeth. Thanks, guys.